What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and today we'll go over the thrilling double overtime game between the Raptors and the Thunder, capped off by Kevin Durant's game winner. We'll go over the last 2 minutes of regulation, overtime, and double overtime. On the Raptors pick and roll, they get the switch they want, Caron Butler guarding Amir Johnson, and they correctly isolate to him. But on this dribble pitch, the Thunder sort of switch back. Instead, Durant goes under the pitch, and Vasquez makes him pay. Here, the Thunder take way too long getting into a Durant isolation, but Durant had 51 points, and the Raptors double him, and that leaves Reggie Jackson open, and he finishes nicely at the rim. The Thunder really like to switch the pick and roll, but here Durant is a little late getting on Vasquez. He gets to the rim, and that forces Ibaka to help. Valanciunas can't hit the shot. Now, the Thunder are isolating KD against Amir Johnson, a favorable matchup, and KD is able to get right into the middle of the lane, but he misses the easy shot. Ibaka, though, fights and gets the rebound, and it goes into scramble mode, and KD drains it. Now, here on the pick and roll, the Thunder don't switch it. Ibaka, though, does a good job getting back to Valanciunas, but KD falls asleep and doesn't stick with Johnson. I get that he was trying to help, but you have to see man and ball. And this is how a double team is supposed to be done, as when DeRozan goes to double, the rest of the three men go into a zone, and Valanciunas covers Butler nicely and forces a tough shot. Now, on this out of bounds play, I didn't think it was necessary for the switch to occur, and Fisher is forced to guard Amir Johnson. That forces him to try to contain Kyle Lowry on the drive. He does, but there's no way Reggie Jackson can box out Amir Johnson. As I said, the switch was unnecessary. Fisher was in perfect position to guard DeRozan. The Thunder here try to isolate Durant way too late, so when Fisher falls over, the Raptors easily double, and Durant can only throw it to a stumbling Fisher with little time left. There probably should have been a foul called, but if they set the screen 4 seconds earlier, Fisher falling down wouldn't have been much of a problem, but instead Fisher can't even get up a shot. Now, the Thunder are up 2 in overtime, and they correctly switch this pick and roll, and they force a tough shot, but Caron Butler fouls. Never foul a jump shooter, Caron. Here, tie game, 100-100 overtime, and here Amir Johnson just gives KD a little too much space and splash. The Raptors run the same out-of-bounds play on their next possession, but Fisher does a much better job. They don't switch, but why is Fisher guarding DeRozan in the first place? He gives up 6 inches on him, and DeRozan is easily able to shoot over him, but he misses, and the Thunder get the rebound. The Thunder again isolate KD a little late in the shot clock. I would like to see a little more creativity out of the offense. And the Raptors again double and play the zone nicely as Kyle Lowry closes out on Fisher. Again, notice Lowry's man is Jackson, but he nicely fills in for Vasquez when he doubles and he gets his man Fisher, who takes a really tough shot. Now, if the Raptors are down 3, the Thunder are trying to prevent a three-pointer and close out. Great job by Jackson, and even though Durant allows a pass right to Johnson in the middle of the paint, he uses his superior length to block the shot. Nice. Again, the Thunder isolate, and again the Raptors double, and Amir Johnson fills nicely at the wing, and an even better job by Kyle Lowry heading to the corner to contest the shot. Great job. Now here Kyle Lowry is trying to get a quick 2, and he's a little out of control, but he draws a foul. Now up 3, the Thunder just don't want to allow a three-pointer, and they smartly switch everything to prevent that. Except when the ball is inbounded, Jackson should go to Vasquez and Lamb to switch on to Johnson. Lamb doesn't switch on to Johnson, and it gives up a dunk. Now up 3 is the same situation with 11 seconds left. You switch all screens, and Ibaka switches nicely when Fisher gets screened, but Fisher falls asleep and doesn't switch to the next screen, and that leaves Lowry wide open, and he makes him pay. Now the Thunder are of course going to try to get it to KD, and when they do that, the Raptors again double team him and rotate nicely. They force Jeremy Lamb to take a really tough shot, and he misses, but it's off the Raptors. Now after a deflection, the Thunder have only 0.6 seconds, and they actually get a pretty good look for that amount of time. There's just not much you can do. Now down 5 in overtime, it's OKC's turn to play catch up, and the Raptors again double team Durant, force it to get out of his hands, rotate nicely, and Fisher has to take an extremely tough shot. This is a defensive clinic by the Raptors. On this pick and roll, the Raptors play it really nicely when Lowry doesn't pass it to Valanciunas, and Lowry takes an extremely tough shot. But on the rebound, Valanciunas was fouled, and he heads to the free throw line. With the Thunder down 7, they have to push it, and this is just a wicked crossover by KD, gets Amir Johnson way out of position, and he gets fouled. And on this Lowry drive, Ibaka wouldn't have had the foul if Jackson stepped up and took a charge. On this elevator play for KD, there's really poor screen set, but it seems like everyone's tired, and then Amir Johnson falls, and KD banks in a 3, Dwayne Casey's worst nightmare. On the Raptors possession, the Thunder again switched to screen. It is a value to have a guy like Ibaka who can guard smaller guards, and Lowry loses control and it goes off the Thunder, but with little time on the shot clock. Turns out there was only 0.6 seconds and the Raptors are going to try for a miracle, and it doesn't go. Here the Thunder push the ball and the Raptors correctly double KD, but Fisher hits an extremely tough shot. Good defense, better offense. Now, 3 things happened here that caused the turnover. 1, they should have been taking it out at half court with 3 timeouts left, an easier place to take it out. 2, Salmon should have passed it to DeRozan in the corner who was open. And 3, he shouldn't have been underneath the basket, so when he tried to pass it to Amir Johnson, he didn't have to think about hitting the backboard. And then Jeremy Lamb tips it, the Thunder get it, but KD misses and they have to foul Salmons. But fortunately, Salmons misses both free throws and the Thunder have one more shot at it. And here's KD's winner with live commentary.
Here comes Durant. Johnson knocked that ball away. Time getting deep. KD way outside for 3. He's got it! He's got it! Thunder on the high side with 1.7 seconds remaining.
I just don't get how you can double KD successfully the whole 4th quarter and overtimes, but on the final play you don't, and he makes you pay. On this final play, it's just a great example of why you should always switch screens. KD switches twice on this play and forces the air ball. Game over. Or there you have it, guys. That was a really exciting, thrilling game, and you can see how if you have a guy like Kevin Durant, you have a little advantage in these close, tight games, and the OKC was able to pull out a 1-point victory in double overtime. Just a great game. See you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good one.